Okay, so this is my leather hard piece that has been sitting out in front of the fan for a little bit. Now, I didn't actually join anything together, so these should come apart gently. And I do want this to be separate. Okay, so just like with adding anything, we're going to need slip and something to score with. Now, I like to do the base first because once this is closed, it's really hard to reach in there. So I like to do the base first and then I seal up the remaining wall. So just like any adding thing, score it all the way around. Now you're scoring wherever your wall is joining. And on the bottom. Now, if you let your piece get too leather hard, this joint is going to be really tough because the clay does need to move a little bit. So just keep that in mind. You don't want it to get too hard. You want it to be a little bit flexible. If it's too rigid, this ain't going to work. You'll see why in a second. All right, the more slip, the merrier. We can always use a tool to get the extra out. Once it's on there, you can't get more slip in between those two layers. Hey, what you doing in here? Alright, so then you just add these two on top, and remember the last step is always pressure. So once it's lined up, we're going to apply pressure. So the walls, we're going to be gently grasping them and pushing them down into that base. And since your piece is leather hard, it shouldn't be splooshing out under that pressure. Now the slip will splooge out, but the clay should not. Alright, so remove the extra slip, smooth over that seam. And if you need to do some touch-ups, like it does always kind of look a little funky. If you can reach inside, smooth that seam as well. Okay. So now we need to do the two walls, which is why we need a little bit of flexibility, because we actually have to pry this open a little bit so that we can reach in there and do our score marks. And on either side. Then we're going to grasp each side and push them together so the pressure is being applied like this. So start at the bottom. Again, make sure there's enough slip in there, because once you start pushing them together, you cannot get more in there. Alright, slip should splooge out. Alright, and then if you can, reach inside, and we're just going to smooth over this seam, but I'm using this hand to brace it from the inside, because if I just press this direction, it's going to cave the walls in, which I don't want. This back and forth motion is pretty much all you need. And then use a tool, or if your hands are small enough to do that on the inside. Alright, and then if you're like me and you have a little, they didn't quite line up for some reason, just use your skills with trimming the rim to fix that. Alright, smooth everything up as much as you can, and know that that seam is always a fragile spot. So it is never going to be strong like everything else. So just be gentle with it. Alright. Alright, but now all the way around, the seam is smooth on the inside, on the outside, and we're good to start decorating. Again, keeping in mind that this spot, if we decide to carve over this spot, it is fragile.